Hello, everybody, and welcome to week 14 here in season 8 of the 712Breaks CTC Cup Series. Tonight we're at Charlotte Motor Speedway for the playoff cutoff race. Tonight it's been 4 races here in this round, 12 drivers, gonna knock it down to 4 after tonight for the championship race next week. Here's your top 8 in points. Obviously, top 4 will advance to the championship next week. Davis Greenwell, best shot at getting in. He's got to get in front of Hayden Lowell or Blake Giglio. Patrick O'Keefe, not as great, but still got a chance. Brantley Bryant, long shot, as well as Trenton Sneed. Those two going to need a super good night and a super bad night from their competitors. Qualifying getting underway right now. Like Patrick O'Keefe going to be our first one out on track. Lap underway for Patrick O'Keefe. Got 2 laps to make their qualifying attempts. Race details right here. 2 laps of qualifying. 37 cars here tonight, 2,500 strength of field around this 1.5 mile. Raceway in Charlotte Motor Speedway. Concord, North Carolina. Weather tonight, looking at 79 degrees with an 80 track temp. Partly cloudy, 3-mile-an-hour wind as O'Keefe gets the wall in his qualifying lap. That's lap number 2, so that's not going to count. First lap of a 29:44 will be his timed lap. Brantley Bryant, 29:36 on his first. Second lap, just a 1/10 slower, 100th slower. Sorry. Who else we got out here? Trying to find our playoff guys. Garrett Wolfenbarger sitting good in the points right now. Sitting there in second. He just needs a decent night, and he's in that championship 4. Along with his teammate Bradley Wilson. Those two just going to be looking for middle of the road, top 10, getting it done. Got to make sure they don't get caught in each other. Someone else's garbage. Ronnie Holmes to the top of the board, 29.26. Pretty good lap there for Ronnie. Quinn Newton up to second. He was worried about his speed in practice, but up to second on the board early on in qualifying. Jesse Jones jumps ahead of him. Now Davis Greenwell, so about jump down to 4th. Greenwell first of the playoff guys so far. Wolfenbarger's first lap does not count, so we're going to need a good one here on the second. Okay, it does. It comes in late, 29:66. Off of 4 for Wolfenbarger. Second lap, 29:44. That's going to jump him up to 12th. So not a great qualifying effort there, but going to get him enough. Probably the top half of the field around. Their playoff driver, you got Blake Giglio here in the Carolina Panthers car. Lost the bet this week, and he's got to run the Panthers. Giants lost to those Carolina Panthers. Like looking great. Blue and silver. 16 machine. He didn't want me to show it on the broadcast, and we're going to zoom in on it. In their playoff car, we got Hayden Lowell. Make a good playoff run. Obviously, he's also sitting pretty good in points. But he needs a decent night. Maybe above average. Maybe top 5 if he wants to feel safe about it. Begin lap 1 right here. Don't know if he's going to have time for 2 laps. It'll be close. Giglio top of the board, 29-24. Good second lap there from Blake. See if Hayden Lowell can top it. Jeff Prochatsky up to 9th. And Lowell off turn 4. What's the second lap gonna be with time expiring? 29:32. That'll put him up to 5th. So a pretty good time there from Hayden. It's going to put him up there with the rest of the playoff guys. Trenton Sneed, he flew under the radar. He jumps up to 4th in qualifying. So really good lap there from Trenton. He needs a big night, and that's going to help him out a ton. Let's move on to our grid for tonight. On the pole tonight, Blake Giglio in the 16, no surprise there. Done it all season, he's up there again. Ronnie Holmes going to start 2nd tonight. Scott Rankin in 3rd. Trenton Sneed going to start 4th. Hayden Lowell in 5th. Davis Greenwell in 6th. Alec Kane in 7th. Bradley Wilson in 8th. Jesse Jones in 9th. Jeff Prochatsky in 10th. Quinn Newton in 11th. Ian Montrose in 12th. Brantley Bryant in 13th. Jamal Collins in 14th. Brianna Lavin in 15th. Jake Lawrence in 16th. Ethan Evers in that 17th spot. Jeff Price in 18th. Dave Hoyt's going to start 19th tonight. Garrett Wolfenbarger in 20th. Beyond that, you got Patrick O'Keefe in 21st. Zachary Martison in 22nd. Kobe Stidham in 23rd. Zachary Lance 24th. Nick Leo in 25th. Andrew Beach in 26th. Garrett Warren 27th. Kenny Frisbee in 28th. Dalton Hayes in 29th. Casey Graves in 30th. DG Swiss 31st. Daniel Llewellyn in 32nd. Jonathan Rains in 33rd. Jeremy Scherer in 34th. Nick Cooper in 35th. Cliff Mullins in 36th. J.R. Deal in 37th. And rounding out the 38 car field tonight, Scott Elston at 38th spot. Alrighty. Get all those the wells done. Well, okay. Should be good. And this week we don't have drivers on the voice chat, although we might do it during a Crank It Up, but that was a big mistake last week, apparently. Oh, sorry, Zach just saw your message in chat. No, we only have 38 cars, so didn't have to qualify. But it's good to qualify nonetheless. The 38 car field, you want to get as much track position as you can. Oh no! Oh man. It loves to start auto-playing copyrighted songs. Never great. Hopefully Ozzy Osbourne's good with that. Okay. Should be going green this time by. Giglio gonna lead us to the green. And 38 cars. Charlotte last year was pretty entertaining. Look forward to another good race here tonight. As the sun sets here in Charlotte, gonna get to green flag racing. 125 laps here tonight. Turn 4, pace car is going to pull off. Wait till the restart zone. Green is on the flag, man. And the flag is waving. Green flag in the air. Lap 1 complete under green. Ronnie Holmes out to the lead. Gets by Blake Diglio on the first lap. He might have even led that first lap. Take a look at our points now that qualifying has finished. Racing. And it's about the same story. Diglio, obviously, Diglio's lower qualifying run that bumps Diglio up to second, but nothing in terms of the cut line has changed. Greenwell still on the hunt for Hayden Wall. We'll be looking at that all night. Hayden already in the wall right there, I think. He was either really close to it or touching it. Not sure. Ronnie Holmes. The first 3 laps. A gaggle of cars back here. Greenwell trying to hold off 3 on 11. Newton falling back to 13th now. Fighting for that spot against Jake Lawrence. A little farther up. Ryan, Jesse Jones, Bradley Wilson all battling there for 6th. A battle for the lead. Trenton Sneak to the outside of Ronnie Holmes. He takes the lead. Trying to get that lap led, get an extra 5 points. Not sure if he led that lap. But he gets by Ronnie Holmes now. Trent already made up a spot on Brantley Bryant, it looks like, in points. And oh, a crash on the backstretch. Oh, it's in turn 3. Dave Hoytsman, I think I saw spinning. Heavy left front damage. Several cars involved in this one. See what happened. Oh, off the nose of the 32 of Wolfenbarger, and just car out of control up into the field. The 11 gets caught on board with the 32. I don't know if 32's pinching the 97 up or if the 97 comes down. Get it from the top down. Maybe a mixture of both? Couldn't tell you. Very close. Hard hit for the 11 and the 97. Looks like just those two getting severe damage, but it is very severe for those two. No surprise there. Everybody pretty much stays out. 30th on Backo coming down right here. Trenton Sneed out front now. Take a look at our points. And he does get those 5 bonus points. You can see he's jumped up to 35.24. So he did not lead the lap the first time. Then he got it the next time around. So jump up, get a little bit closer to maybe running down Hayden Lowell. But Trenton is maxing out pretty much how many points he can get right now. If he leads the most laps, he'll get another 5. But he needs Hayden Lowell to fall back. Probably about 15 to 20 positions. And Trent needs to win the race. So right now he's doing it, but you know we still have 117 laps to go, so got a long way to go for Trenton. Wants to get his way back inside that final 4. Take a look at those cars that got involved in this one. Dave Hoytsma out of the race, brought it behind the wall to the garage. Kenny Frisbee, he has come back out. Severe front end damage on that 11. Trent Sneed going to be in control of the restart. Green flag back in the air. Restart there for Trent. Running and Blake Giglio side by side for second. That outside lane is definitely going to prevail there for Blake, I think. Trenton, 3/10 of the lead now. Giglio and Lowell both get by Holmes as well as Brandon Bryant. So Ronnie Holmes leads position on that restart. Oh man, a lot of stacking up back here. They're 3 and 4 wide. They are 3 wide right there. Jeff Price is in the wall. Gonna fall all the way back to 24th. Not a good lap there for that 14. Front, Bryant on his way to the front. Got by Giglio now. Gonna be trying to work over that 56 of Lowell. Bryant does get around Hayden Lowell. Doesn't seem to be too concerned about the tire longevity. He's just wanting to get to the front. Assuming he wants to get a lap lead because he's also in dire need of points. Oh, the caution is out again. Looks like Ian Montrose this time. Jeremy Scherer. Nick Cooper. Okay, I don't think Cooper got involved. He just had to check up. See what happened. Oh, the 1 and the 11. Oh, what happened there? Let's back it up again. 23 checks up a bit and just comes straight down into the 1. He just hooked him. Ow. I got nothing. Oh, hard hit for the 11. Had nothing to do with it. Kenny Frisbee has not had a good go of it so far. Oof. Alright, so looks like about half the field comes down. Some of them take tires. Trenton Sneed from the lead comes down. He takes fuel only. Yeah, Hayden Lowell took 4 tires. Ethan Evers with 4. Dalton Hayes with 4. Quite a few other cars also with 4 tires. The top 19 elect to stay out on this restart, or on this caution. I'll put Brantley Bryant into the lead and gets him another lap led, so give him another 5 bonus points. And he, with all of the pit stops that just happened, with Hayden Lowell pitting, drops him back to 21st. You can see how much that changes the playoff look. Brantley Bryant is now shown as the 4th playoff driver. So if Hayden Lowell finishes back there by 4 points, Brantley Bryant would be in the final 4. That's how quickly this can change. You think, oh man, 100 points that Hayden had on a lot of those guys, that's insurmountable, but in this playoff system, you can get 180 points for the win. If you finish dead last in this race, now we have 4 DNFs, you would earn something like 50 or 60 points at most. So that could be 120 points you could make up on somebody if you win and they wreck out at this point. So we're gonna definitely keep an eye on all that. Obviously, Hayden's gonna make his way back up there with the 4 fresh tires, but he's got to make sure he doesn't get caught in anything on the way up. Oh, I get you, Kenny. That was rough. We were completely uninvolved in both of them and ended up with a destroyed car twice. Alright, 35 cars still in the race, 34 on the lead lap. Montrose goes a lap down with damage. Does still have a functioning car, but how much speed it's going to have, who knows. Anyway, here comes the field out of 4, ready to restart this race. And Brantley Bryant in control this time on the outside lane. Green flag back in the air. Battle for the lead. Scott Rankin to the inside of Brantley Bryant, trying to take away that lead. 3 wide for a moment. Now it's Wolfenbarger and Markison. Side-by-side battle right there. Back up to the leaders, still duking it out for that lead. Rankin not quite going to lead the lap. On board with the 57 through this. He's going to go to the outside of the 49 now. Look to the inside for the lead. Making up those spots. He is back inside the cut line. But he is stuck where he is right now. He has really only made up 1 position since the restart. And he's still trading positions for it. The tire's not helping right now, but I'm sure if we get a longer run, they'll be much better for him. Bryant does hold on to the lead. Ronnie Holmes was not able to overcome that high lane that the 50 was using. And Lawrence in the 13 tries to loop to the outside of the 57. Not going to get there. He gets out of shape. The 51, I think, got the wall out of 4. He falls back some positions. Now Holmes to the inside again. Trying to clear the 50 for the lead, but that time a really bad corner for the 57. He falls back to 4th. Now he's got up to 16, so he's making up some spots now. Actually jumped to the points lead in that 6th spot. A lot of changes going on up above and below the cut line, but really the only battle for the cut line at the moment is Hayden for Brantley Bryant. Brantley doing everything he needs to do right now. Gotta hold on to that lead. Gotta finish there. If he can lead the most laps, that'll give him another crucial 5 bonus points. Worth another top 5 spot. It's huge. Giglio and Lavin, like side by side right there. 10 going to concede the position of the 16. 36 under fire from several cars right here. Trent Steen, who came down for fuel on this last stop. At that 12th spot. 8th in points right now. Last, by the way. There were 12 playoff drivers, only 8 are shown right now. Another one of those guys below 8 do jump into the picture, they'll be shown. We're only showing the top 8 as the bottom 4 were not really in contention, but anything is possible. Spot now, Jake Lawrence, Scott Rankin, Brantley Bryant, 2nd and 1st respectively. I hear a whoop over the radio, not sure where that came from. lot of battling going on here. 11th on back. Pretty wide for that 11th spot. Hayden Lowell going to use that top lane to get by all of them. Jumps back close to that top 10. Trent seeing with the older tires, not too much of a match for that 56. But Hayden really the only one doing much on those tires. Dalton Hayes shortly behind him. He's doing a pretty good job on the 4 tires. But the 07, the 8, 92, I think the 92 might have some damage. 14. And a few others, they're all kind of stuck back there in traffic, not able to do much with their fresher tires. Approaching a quarter of the way through this race. Caution's out. Oh, a big wreck in 3 and 4. The 8 involved the 14, the 5. Oh, the 1 barely escapes the 8. I think it starts around the 5 and the 8. Oh, 5 and the 8 just get together. Same deal as the 32 and the 97. And a whole lot of cars getting in this. Sorry about that. Just that wreck. Alright, I'm over to 3. Okay, back to live. We got a lot of pit stops going on. So I think everybody has come down at some point this race now, and I think everybody pretty much on the lead lap came down right here. The only one that did not is Zachary Lance in the 52. The good point, forgot Dash for Cash battle is going on. Your 4 drivers coming into this: Casey Graves, Blake Giglio, Brian Jackson, and Kenny Frisbee, all battling for that cash prize. I believe Frisbee unfortunately taken out early in this one, so he won't be able to get there, but Graves and Giglio are still in the battle for it. I'm surprised to see Jackson did not show up. Looks like Lance does come down second time around. That'll put Hayden Lowell into the lead. He takes fuel only right here. Also with Dalton Hayes taking fuel only. Those two all took tires in the last caution, so no surprise they don't take them here. Meanwhile, Bryant, Franken, and everybody else takes 4 tires. See if we can get a word with somebody here. Hey, Hayden, it's Lucas. You got me?
Oh boy, you better not give me any kind of commentator's curse here.
Well, sitting in that first spot right now, right where you want to be for pretty much every reason, and kind of came from the middle of the pack there. Was it scary trying to fight your way through the craziness going on in mid-pack?
It was actually fairly tame from a driver's seat. Obviously, you don't want to be around there with all of that, with how close I am in the points. I've got your live points pulled up on my phone in the corner, so I can check those. And I don't know. We're gonna see what we can do here. We're gonna be on old tires relative to everybody else because I burned a set early. And oh boy, oh boy.
Yeah. I don't envy your position right now, but I think you can do it. Good luck.
Yeah, gonna take some luck trying to make the final four in a car I don't like. So if I can not wreck, I'll take it.
Absolutely. Bold strategy, Cotton. We'll see how it works out for him. He will be in the lead for this. Green flag back in the air. 16 immediately looks to the inside of the 47. Not going to get there. Kate Lowell out front now, Rankin second, and Bryant third. Fortunately for Brantley Bryant, Hayden is the one he's got to get past through those playoffs. And a win, it will not lock any of these guys in. They need to get in on the points. There's not going to be a video game moment here. There's not going to be bumping somebody out of the way to get your win and luckily get in the final four. He's got to do it legitimately. Unless, you know, somebody wants to manipulate, which that's a whole nother discussion. Oh, the 47 out of shape. He saved it. 50 to the lead now. 56. Those older tires not holding up too well. Just running that bottom. Hoping to hold on here. He doesn't have a stage to bank on. Oh, the caution's out. Montrose involved again. 13 of Lawrence destroyed. I think it's going to involve the 1 and the 13. Let's see what this one is about. 1 and the 13, close right here. Oh. The 1, I don't know, just gets loose. I don't know why he gets loose, but the car gets loose, trying to correct it. It just goes straight up into the 13. Go on board with the 5 and see what he saw. Yeah, I think the 1 got the apron trying to stay off the 13. It's up for debate on if the 13 was too low or not, but I'll just state the facts for broadcast purposes. The 1 just for whatever reason, I don't know, but for whatever reason the car got loose. And it got up into the 13. And that is our... What do we got here? That would be our 4th caution of the night. 27 green laps ran so far of 38 total. It's not been a good night for the wanted goons. Not been a good night for a lot of guys out here. Montrose, for one, that car has been beat on all panels, I think. ENFs right now. The 14, it looks like, is out. The 8, still on pit road. He's been there for 9 minutes. 11, 65.97. 43 has also been in his box for 8 minutes. Perchotsky's been there for 2. He's 1 lap down. We'll see if he comes back out. 04, Garrett Warren. Been in there for a minute and a half. 13 of Lawrence. He's been in there for a minute and a half. Lost a lot of cars here recently. 29 cars on the lead lap. Alright, we're about 1/3 of the way through this race now. Apparently Bryant still out front. Got Rankin still in that top 3. Garrett Wolfenbarger up in the top 3. Bit of a development. Kind of mired in traffic the whole race, but he's able to get up there into the top 3 now. And he's hoping he can stay there the rest of the race. That was about. Pace car's off. Does a bit of a Phoenix dive there, if anybody's seen the Cup race on Sunday. Green flag back in the air. Brantley Bryan with a good restart. Teammate Wolfenbarger in tow. Wolfenbarger looks to the inside of his teammate in the 50. And he will complete that pass. He'll lead this lap. Get another 5 points. Well, he might have let a lap already. Oh, there it is. 36.95 for Wolfenbarger. Hayden dropping back with those older tires. He's bleeding points to that 50 car. Every spot up here in this top 10, that's another 5. And this drops down to 3. I think it's 4 for the top 20, and then it drops down to 3. I can't remember the point system. It's a little confusing to remember, but something like that. Hayden just hemorrhaging positions, although already down to 11. Those old tires are not doing him favors. Colton Hayes also on those older tires. He is dropping back just as fast. Giglio on the inside of Artisan. Sorry. Didn't recognize the car. 20 points apart for the 56 and the 50. Hayden's down to 13th. About to lose another one to the 07. He needs a caution at some point here. Preferably not very quick, but doesn't want the whole race to go green either. Side-by-side battle for 5th. Holmes trying to hold on. Brand 11 goes to the outside. Ooh, almost got the wall. So the 49 of Rankin under fire from that 10. Lavin power around on the outside, up into the top 3. Patrick O'Keefe, he's on a march up to the front, knocking on the door of the top 10. He can get some spots, he'll be looking better in the points. It's getting pretty close right now as Lowell falls backward and those guys jump forward. Now Hayden Lowell, just 5 points separating Bryant and Lowell on the cut line. Hayden Lowell's back to 17th. And he said he was listening to the broadcast and he had the points ticker up, and I bet he's hearing this right now, and he's probably getting in his head a little bit. I'm sorry, Hayden. But I just kind of geek over the live points. It's pretty cool. And there it is, 1 point difference now. They trade spots. Brandon Bryant shown in the playoffs in the Final Four. Not even halfway in the race yet. It doesn't mean much at this point. But for Hayden Lowell, I think he can safely assume at this point he cannot fall outside the top 15 or the top 20. When he hits around 20th, that's when Bryant gets ahead of him again. Specifically that 20th spot. Oh, the 07 up into the 56! No! Oh, how bad's the damage for Hayden? It doesn't look good. Oh, that's horrible. That is horrible. How did this happen? How did this happen? On board with the 07, see what happened. I can't believe what I just witnessed. Of all the cars he could have hit coming back up, it had to be the 56. Gets into the 92, puts him in the wall, and gets the pit barrels. That's how he came up so quick. Oh my goodness. Right up into Hayden. The worst possible outcome. He gets the 92 damage, and I can't even figure out how this started. The 01 and the 07 just get together. The 01 gets the apron a little bit. There's just not enough room with the 92 pinching down to the apron. And Hayden had no warning. No warning. Nowhere to go. There's not enough grip or reaction time in the world to avoid that. I feel for Hayden right now. I'm sure some would call it karma for Bristol, but it still sucks to get all the way to the final race and have that happen. Alright, well, and a lot of cars come down for fuel and tires right here. A lot of cars also stay out. And Hayden at this point, it's not over. It's looking very dire. It is, I'll be honest, looking dire for him. But it's not over, because there are only 28 cars on the lead lap at this point. Which means he'd probably only be about 20 points out if he called it right here. What he needs to have happen is he needs the 50 and the 92 to also have something happen to them. And he needs to come out with a better car to maybe have a shot at making up more spots on damaged cars. That's his road in at this point. Rather than staying in the top 10 and having a clean night, he is now on the offense. He needs to do something. If he doesn't have an extensive meatball. Right now, as the field comes to the start-finish line, 56 is still on pit road. So he does have more than 30 seconds of required damage, I'm sure. Means he's going to go a couple laps down. Top 7 all stayed out right here. They took tires the last time. It was about 22 laps ago. But now the 92 is shown in the final 4 as Brantley Bryant comes down for tires. He'll be in that 9th spot. Playoff implications. Great TV, but horrible, horrible thing to happen to that 56. I agree, guys. I think the 92 was a little low on exit. Probably pinching, trying to keep those guys down, and just wasn't enough room for the 56 to handle his race car. Not the 56, I'm sorry. The 07. Fifty-six, 57, sorry. 57 chooses the outside. I'm all mixed up on them again. A recurring theme. Pick up on Hayden. He's back on track. He is minimum speed right now. Obviously, the car is still not great. Take a look at his cockpit, see what the wheel looks like. And he's turning right to go left. That's never good. So he's probably got a lot more damage to fix. Fixed about 2.5 minutes of it so far. It's gonna be a long night for Hayden here, but he's got more than half the race to go. Anything can happen. He is not out of it yet. He built up enough points coming into tonight that he has a chance at this, even with the hurt car. 28th right now, 1 lap down, so he's in the lucky dog position as well. 27 cars on the lead lap. Pace car is off. Holmes will roll through the restart zone. Green flag back in the air. Good start for Ronnie Holmes. He'll clear off of turn 1. Turn 2. Oh man. Ran 11. In that second spot, O'Keefe sitting in third now under fire from Gilmore Graves. Graves not a good entry to the corner. Now he is going to get passed by Cooper. Possibly no! As the leaders get out of shape, the 57 holds on to it. Yeesh. Keep an eye on those guys with tires. Wolfenbarger, the best of them so far. He's got those 4 tires up there in the 7th spot. Right on board, see the speed difference for him. 20 lap newer tires than everybody else. As Margison, same tires as him, actually gets by on the bottom. Hayden on the radio calling for a caution. There must have been an incident in the back. It's like the 23 is slow on the bottom. He's got damage. What happened? Oh, off the nose of the 51, up into the outside wall. Never got sideways enough for a caution. NASCAR would have thrown it, but iRacing does not. Battle for second is on, 92 and 10. Trying to limp it to pit road. Car is not looking good. Daniel probably going to hop on the Call of Duty here in a minute. And the 57 is driving away. He's got 6/10 over the rest of the field. The second and third continue to battle, allowing him to drive away. The 32 and the 29 with the fresher tires. Trying to work their way past these guys, but they're all log jammed here. 2nd through 6th. Bryant. He's back up in the mix. Still holding off for that second spot. Holds off the 10. Now he's under fire from the 35. They're still backed up right here. The new tires are not prevailing. '92's doing a great job at defending these guys. He needs all the points he can get. The longer he can hold on right here, the better he's looking. Car running decent lap times in the 56. He's not in a horrible position, but he's not in a great position. I don't think he's going to go another lap down, but he needs a caution. 1 to get back on the lead lap, and number 2 to fix more of that damage. 57 now has the 32 to worry about. The 32 with fresh tires, pulling the 50 along. 57 will be all alone on those 20 lap older tires. It's a ticking time bomb at this point. We're just past halfway in this race. Battle going on here on 10th. Wolfsbarger has gotten to the 57. Ronnie gonna try to stay on the bottom. The caution is out. Zachary Lance has stopped in turn 3. And he tows it. No, I think he's blinking. So we're getting word in chat from him that his VR headset just disconnected. I think he just turned left and hit the brakes. That is definitely what he did. Did a great job. I'm sure he wasn't able to see anything. Did a great job just making sure he didn't hit anybody. He turned left and slammed the brakes. I can assure you he did not do that on purpose. I think his headset's just having problems. He didn't turn left into the inside wall purposefully. Like I said, did a great job considering the situation, not getting anybody else involved. Obviously, hardware failures, it's still going to be on you, but give him props for not hitting anybody. You'll see those guys that stayed out now come down for tires. I'm sure a lot of other people who did take tires going to take them again. Hayden Lowell going to get the lucky dog. Should at least. There it is. Get the lucky dog. Holmes going to lead him down pit road. Davis Greenwell stays out, and that puts him in dead even with Brantley Bryant. Not sure what the tiebreaker would be. The system doesn't account for that on broadcast, so that would be something to look at after the race. Hopefully it doesn't end in a tie, because that would be tough to figure out live. But as of right now, Greenwell shown in by staying out. Hayden Lowell with the lucky dog. Now is where things get interesting with Hayden. He can come down, get the car to be competitive again, fixing the damage. Can he make up those 8 or 9 spots he needs to get back in the Final Four? That's all he needs. He only needs about 8 or 9 spots from here. And actually, being in 23rd, where he is, only needs about 2 or 3. As he is also tied with 4th and 5th. Look at that, a 3-way tie at 35-47. So Andrew's wondering in race what the tiebreaker is. We'll go grab that for everybody real quickly. Give you everything that can break a tie. Go over all of them. Don't remember off the top of my head what order it is, but I bring it up here in a moment. Okay, ties are broken as follows. First tiebreaker is most wins. Second is average finish. Third is top 5s. And fourth is least total incidents. So between Davis, Brantley Bryant, and Hayden Lowell, he said it's already close. I think Greenwell did not want to race, but he would be out on the tiebreaker. And then between Bryant and Lowell, we'd have to go to average finish. Because I think they both won 1 race, unless remembering wrong. It's already hairy. I can't believe we would go to a second tiebreaker. Yeah, they both have 1 win. We'd have to go to average finish. In terms of average finish, Hayden Lowell does win that battle against Brantley Bryant. So Hayden Lowell on the tiebreaker would be in. Obviously now he is 6 points back from them, but in that worst case scenario, that's what would happen. Oh, he did. I couldn't remember if that was this season or last. I think, yeah, you're right. You're right. My bad. Yeah, that was this season. It feels like so long ago. In that case, Hayden would still win as he is 4th in average finish across all drivers this season. No, wait, I'm sorry. Oh, he's like 11th, I think? Yes. He would still be above Bryant, Greenwell. Can't believe those three would, all three of them would have to go to a second tiebreaker. All right, so top 8 all stay out along with 10th. I think he's supposed to be 9th. It's just scored a little weird. So top 9 stay out. The 9th driver would be Greenwell. Wolfenbarger in the lead. With 18 lap old tires. See what he can do. 55 laps to go in the race. Still one more pit stop definitely happening for everybody this race. Green flag back in the air here at Charlotte. Wrecking in the back, Ian Montrose, Zachary Lance spinning on the backstretch. No caution as there's no cars coming. The 52 and the 1. Now the caution's out. Ian has not had a good night. '52. 50. Oh man. So over the radio he says that from the damage his steering wheel wasn't straight and he couldn't drive the car straight. Go on board. You'll see, I'm sure the wheel is not straight. Oh, that's the wrong car. Yeah, you can see the wheel. He's got wheel damage on the 52, so he thinks it's going straight, and then by the time he realizes he's already turning to the left. Tries right at the last second to turn right. It's just not enough. Gets into the 1. Gives him more damage tonight. Poor Ian Montrose. He's had a rough night, but that helped out Hayden. Hayden back up into 25th. And right now, he's 6 points out. And he's going to fix more damage right here. He's really happy that caution came out, I bet. They're starting to look back in the 56's favor. And they're still tied for that 4th spot. After that whole lap and a half they raced. They're still dead tied. Greenwell's still in the 9th spot. Bryant's still in 2nd. See if I don't know if Ian's going to be in the talking mode, but I'm sure he wants to vent about it, so we'll see what he's got to say. Hey, Ian, it's Lucas. You got me.
Yeah.
And while on pit road fixing more damage, you have had a horrible race, just getting caught and everything. What's your take on all this?
Man, I don't know if this is just all the receipts or something. I don't know. It's hard for me not to think some of these are not deliberate. Daniel's was I definitely got right hooked, so not impressed with Daniel. But with that one, this last one, I don't know what to say to that one. We're in a straight line. We'll see. We're still amazingly we just got all of our optionals done, so.
Gonna say that car looks brand new again. Gonna got so many
It's-
chances at this.
Let's just say, like, if somebody has facial reconstructive surgery, right? Yes, they have a face again, but it's not the same face. You know what I'm saying?
I got you, man. Well, good luck. Hopefully you're out of the mess now.
I appreciate you, dude.
Oh man, he's in better spirits than I figured he'd be. And he's right, he fixed another minute and a half, or minute, sorry. And that car looks nearly brand new. You take a look at the back, a little bit on that left rear. Take a look at the front. Front end looks pristine. And for how many hard impacts he's had tonight, that's pretty unbelievable. Another car that we're looking at with damage, 56, still on that pit road. And it's looking better. Looking better. You take a look at the front, the left front, that's where he got hit, and it's still not great. Back end looks fine. He didn't get hit back there, though. So he's probably still got a long way to go for the 56, but he's getting there. And when you only need about 5 or 6 spots, you fix everything you can. You try as hard as you can, because he is right on that cut line still. And another one of those guys still on that cut line is 92. There's a 4-way battle at the moment for that 4th spot. And it's unbelievable to say. Top 3 are looking great. They would need to get wrecked at some point for anything to change there, but 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th are all within striking distance, and even Trenton Snead, he's in that 4th spot. And it's, you know, it's not over for Trenton. So everybody in the top 8, anything can happen here. And I cannot believe that's happening coming into tonight. Charlotte is just changing everything. Speaking of changing everything, that was our 7th caution of the night. We've run 24 laps under caution of the 75 completed. Not great, but we've seen much worse. So we're not going to complain about it. Okay. Wolfenbarger in control once again. Green flag back in the air. Good start from the top 3. Those teammates will get out front. No problem. Trent Snead there, still in the 4th spot. Leo and Neo going to battle for 5th. Brantley Bryant is going to fight for every position he can up here. He lost that spot to the 51. He would drop, like it shows right now, drop 4 points below, as Greenwell actually got a spot for the whole. So he has actually broken the tie. Snead is falling back to 6 now. The older tires are not working for him. Patrick O'Keefe, first car on 4 tires. Doing a great job right now. I did not realize he had 4 tires. He's looking the best of all these guys right now. He gets 2 more spots. He's in the top 4 again. There's 1. He's 1 more and he's up there. Greenwald falls back 2 spots. Now Bryant's back in the top 4. It's fun watching that. That means nothing still. There's 46 laps to go. But the picture is starting to become clearer. These guys, I'm sure, are listening to the broadcast, are seeing what the point standings look like live, and they know what they need to do at this point. O'Keefe knows he needs a few more spots and he needs to hold it. Brantley Bryant knows he needs to stay in second or first, preferably first with the extra 10 points. Hayden knows he needs to get higher up than 25th, probably inside the top 20 or better. And Greenwell knows he needs to be in the top 5. And all these guys know what needs to happen now, and they need to get it done in these next 45 laps. And Bryant is defending hard. O'Keefe now inside the top 4 picture. They are checking up big time. .36 is pinching the 69 down. That time it does not end badly, as we saw with the what car that was earlier. Well, the 07, I think it was. Got pinched down. Keep under fire from the 01. And he's going to fight that spot hard because he needs it. He came into tonight pretty far out. He had a bad Phoenix race, got involved in some wrecks, and he did not come in looking great. He got 50 points out coming in tonight, 60. And now with that incident happening to Hayden, it's opened the door for all of these guys. Still in 25th, trying to get past the 26. So DG Swiss in contact right there. And that's more left side damage for the 56. Not sure how that started, but he loses the spot in the process to the 04, so not a net gain for the 56, and now he's got more damage. Now the 50 and the 92 battle for second. The 01's also in this battle. Oh man, the 50 is struggling on those 32-lap-old tires. Still battling for that second spot. O'Keefe clears the 01. Not yet has cleared the 50. Oh, the 92 gets loose! Race chatter, guys. Race chatter. 92 out of shape. We're having to deal with these guys arguing, and the 92 just... Oh, man. I don't know if he got loose or there was contact, but he falls all the way back to 23rd. Heartbreaker. See if we can go back and see what happened. Just trying to give the car all it's got, and it just steps out on him. He can't get back up there. Battle for the lead, not happening. Battle is for second. Hayden Lowell, 3 points behind Brantley Bryant. Hayden needs one more spot. He got 24th away. Not sure who he took it from, but he's up to 24th. He needs to get past this 04. That will make him tied with the 50. And he does hold the tiebreaker. As Bryant loses the spot for a moment to Graves. Casey Graves right now is the deciding factor. Pit stops, it's only to happen, like I said. So, a lot can happen between now and the checkered flag. 50 tags the wall. Right rear's been screaming this whole run for Brantley. doing all he can to hold on to these spots. Now that he lost the spot to the 01, he's fallen below 4th. Blocks the 16 low, blocks him high. Those tires are dead for the 50. And he's doing everything he can to hold on for a caution at this point. 35 laps to go. Now looks to the inside of the 50. The 50 gets the wall in turn 1. If I'm Giglio, I'm not racing this hard right now. I have 130 points on the cut line, who is Brantley Bryant. And I'm sure the 50 is well aware that if the 16 wrecks, he could be back in it. And again, I would not be dooring the guy that decides your playoff fate at the moment. Up there. Wide here. It's for 4th. Oh, it's for 5th? No! Oh! The 35 and the 50 door! And the 50, oh, he's getting sent to the back now. The tires have let go. Trying to use what all he's got to run the outside. By Jonathan Rains. Gets him another 3 points. Brantley Bryant. Every spot he loses in the top 10, that's another 5. It's the wall. It's loose. This is a driver in desperation mode at the moment. Graves, who took the tires on that last stop, slowly reeling in the 32 in the lead. Running about 2/10 faster every lap. But the question is, when do they pit? Wolfenbarger has to come down in the next 5 to 10 laps, at most. Meanwhile, Casey Graves could probably go to a 10 or 15 to go in this race. Along with everybody else who pit. Giglio is one of those. He has to come down pretty soon. 46 laps since he came down last. Brantley does hold on to 6th. He's not gone too far back. Gone back enough to where it's not too close on the cut line anymore, but in this points format, 17 points between Lowell and Greenwell is a ton. It's not a ton. It's a very small amount, and it's not a ton at all. Might have been the 32. I couldn't exactly tell which voice that was. We'll see. I would assume it might be the 32 trying to pull a short pit. No, it's not going to be the 32. Next guess, 50? Yep, there it is. Trying to think of drivers that might have to come down soon. And 50, 51, and the 10 all come down right here. The caution's out as they get down pit road. The 36 goes around on the front stretch. What happened here? Bump from the 88 into 3, still clean. '55 just bounces off the wall down into the 36. Right rears him out into the wall. Yeah, 55. Looks like he didn't bounce off the wall, he might have just gotten loose. Car's just getting out of shape. Loose overcorrects down into the 36. And that changes everything. All those guys that just came down, I'm sure they were not able to complete their pit stops. They had to come back out. They do actually complete them. That is good for them. '32 Wolfenbarger leads him down, along with pretty much everybody else. We go green with less than 20 to go. There's going to be no more tire saving. Takes 4 tires, no surprise there. Iglio out into 3rd. Ray's 2nd. Wolfenbarger wins the race off pit road. Everybody comes down. Those guys that I said that it worked out for, turns out they're a lap down. 51, 50, 10. They all came down for tires as the caution came out. They were not able to get out ahead of the pace car, and it will be a lap down. And I think due to iRacing's rules, they will be sent to the back of the field as well. Taking a look at your points. Brantley Bryant all the way down into 8th now. Aiden Lowell, after all that, he's fixing damage and he's up into 20th. And we said top 20 was the magic number for Hayden. And it seems that way right now. Greenwell has some points ahead of him. So it's not a done deal for Hayden. But Davis needs to make up some spots. Now he's got even tires. He's in the top 10. This is where he can take that top 4 back. Only needs to make up 10 points right now on Hayden. Now it's up to 13. And when you're talking about 10 points up here inside the top 10, that could be 2 or 3 positions at most. It's gonna come down to the wire for these playoffs, no doubt about it. See what iRacing decides to do with the 51, 50, and 10. 51 does not have much to worry about. Obviously, it's a bummer to run inside the top 5 and get sent 1 lap down. But the 50, this is a horrible thing to happen. The opposite of what he wanted. He wanted the caution to come out either after he came out or before he went down, not right as he comes down pit road. wave around. So I was wrong about iRacing. Maybe they fixed it. That's good for them. They will get back on the lead lap. They'll be on even tires. But now they got to come from outside the top 20. And they got to do it in under 20 laps. Through the restart zone, Wolfenbarger in control. Green flag back in the air. That was the cut line. Greenwell got up to 8th for a moment. Now back to 9th. The 01 gets turned down the backstretch. Caution is out. I don't think he hit anything other than the car that turned him. See what happened? Oh, maybe he just got loose on the inside of the 16. We'll back it up a little more. Slides up in front of the 16. The 16 jumps to the outside again. And yeah, the 01 just gets loose. Goes around off the nose of the 49. Wow. Don't see too many of those from Casey. Did a good job not hitting anything. Stayed off that inside wall, locked it down, made sure to not come up into the field. But he will fall all the way back to 18th. And that's going to leave these playoff guys less time to make up spots. And our points after the 01 goes around. It's 2-point difference between 4th and 5th. Hayden still in the 21st spot. Davis moves up to 8th. Like I said, it's coming down to the wire. Patrick O'Keefe, he's in 14th right now. He's got a lot of spots to make up. He needs to make up about 36, 37 points on Davis Greenwell. Now it is 1-point difference as Hayden goes down pit road, goes Greenwell in. So it's one or two, it's a position or two at this point. Anything changes toward the end of this race. Going into tonight, I'll be honest, did not expect there to be a battle on the cut line. I figured those guys that were in would already drive away, and they'd use their points gap to keep it that way. But again, I'll say it, Hayden's incident, his unlucky turn of events, is really what's making this points battle interesting. Yeah, that's going to knock Casey Graves out of the lead for Dash for Cash. Well, Giglio in the Dash for Cash lead. Hasn't won yet this season. This is the last Dash for Cash race. Kind of dominated last season's Dash for Cash runs. Obviously last season's champion. He's won a lot of everything there is to win in these leagues. Can he do it again tonight? I don't know. Wolfenbarger's going to be tough to contend with. Alright, Hayden back in 24th. And he says all of his damage is repaired. Look at that front end. Pristine. So he's in 24th. He's got to make up about 4 spots to feel better about himself and his situation. Davis has got to make up some more spots if he wants to maintain that 4th spot. All going to come down to this. 14 to go when we take the green right here. Car is off. Through the restart zone. Green flag back in the air. Good start for Garrett Wolfenbarger. Nick Cooper going to get alongside Blake Giglio for that 2nd spot. Davis Greenwell holding that outside lane. Oh man, somebody's loose on the inside. Looks like... Oh no, they're wrecking. The 04 goes around. What happened to Garrett Warren? Caution's out. What happened? Just 69 squeezed in the middle of the 10 and the 04. Sends it 3 wide late in the exit of 2. I think that's really where you're going to show the blame on this one. Puts us back under caution again. Back at the points. This is a lap-to-lap thing. Greenwell is still in by 1 point. Now Hayden's in as a few drivers pit. Got Lavin, Leo, and Warren all coming up every road. That moves Hayden up to 21st and puts him 2 points above the cut line. And this is where you're going to see a move of desperation. Obviously, these guys are aware of the live points on the broadcast. That's going to be a side effect of this. They're going to see it. They're going to know what they need to do. And that might be something that'll, you know, that's something we've thought about here. Is it worth it having it up if it means these drivers know what they need to do? We will see. If we get some sort of real-life NASCAR Cup Series BS going on, we might lose our live points on the broadcast. We will have to see. take 2 to green, no, 1 to green this time by. Pace car lights go out, we'll go green this time by. I'm nervous for all these guys. Obviously, Patrick O'Keefe needs a Hail Mary at this point. Brantley Bryant, 4 spots back, he needs a Hail Mary. Trenton Sneed needs a Hail Mary. Hayden Wall just needs to finish at this point. He needs to not lose any spots and finish. Preferably he gains spots. Same with Greenwell. Greenwell needs to get inside that top 5. But coming to 9 laps to go, we take the green. There's not going to be much time for any of these guys. And this is going to create some less than optimal positions for everybody. This is what happens with a cutoff race. But this is 4 weeks in the making. These guys it's 500 or 600 points in most cases. It's been a long road across the whole season, and the last 4 weeks have been a long road. And it all comes down to 2 points between 4th and 5th. Here we go. Pace car is off. Wolfenbarger in control. Green flag, waving again. Like it will clears in the second. He makes up another spot. Now 9 points ahead of Greenwell. Oh, they're wrecking again. Oh man. The 5 and the 04. And another caution. Alright. What happened this time? 5 getting loose. 5 is still loose. Gets down into the 04 and collects the 69 and 10 and the 23. Oh man. Now Hayden is in by 5 points. His Greenwell is still in 8th, but Hayden gets up to 20th. Made up a spot. Got him another 3 points. 5 points, that's it. Davis needs 2 spots. Hayden, if Hayden stays where he is, Davis needs 2 spots. But the 2 spots in front of him are not going to be easy. Ronnie Holmes been defending well all night. Trenton Sneed, he needs points of his own. He's not going to be willing to give it up. Hayden, he's got Casey Graves ahead of him, who was up front. Got Bradley Wilson in front of him, who was up front. JR, notoriously hard to pass. I think JR would agree. Great job defending. Brantley Bryant, been tough to pass all night. DG Swiss and Hayden were actually beefing earlier, so that's not going to be a spot for Hayden. So Hayden's got a tough road ahead of him no matter where you look at it. The next 5 cars, at least. 92, he's in the playoffs. He needs every point he needs. I mean, I think Hayden's about as high as he's going to get with how many laps we have left. Unless he works really hard for it or uses the bumper, we don't know, but... Corey! Oh, we always wreck it under caution. Davis got a good shot, John. Welcome everybody in here. We're coming down to it. It's going to be probably about 3 laps to go here when we take the green. Oh, Corey. Oh, no. Apparently it's everybody's birthday in the race tonight. Okay, car lights are out. We're going to go green next time by. So 4 laps to go when we go green. 4 laps enough for Davis to make up those 2 spots he needs. This is the playoff cutoff race. Whoever's in that top 4 gets to race for a championship next week. 4 laps to decide it. Are we going to make it past the first lap under green? We will see. If not, we have 3 green-white checkers to finish this race. Don't forget, tonight is the It's Not Raining 185, sponsored by Andrew Beach. Thank you, Andrew, and everybody at C2X. Low time there in CTC. We're Spit and Venom crew. Rain is imminent. Here we go. Pace cars off. Wolfenbarger once again in control. We don't have many cars out here anymore. Green flag back in the air. Not a great restart for the 29 of Artisan. That's going to stack the outside lane up with Greenwell. Oh, the 71's in the wall. He's turning the 50. Caution's out. That's going to send Greenwell back to 10th. That is not what he needed. So just a checkup on the outside. 92 does not blow the car down in time. Into the 71. Oh, that's a little bit too far forward. Here we go, off the restart. That checkup all comes from the 29, just, I think, missing a shift. Yeah, car hangs on first gear. That's enough to cause those cars to start pulling in. Greenwell back up to 9th, so only lost 1 spot on the restart. He's going to have the inside lane. Don't know if that's better or worse. But he's going to have 2 to go. It's going to be our first green-white checkered attempt. We're in overtime. Oh. Hayden will go. Wait, what? Wait. Hayden's got damage. Did he get caught in this wreck? Oh my goodness, he did. I didn't even see that. Oh my goodness. For the second time tonight, he gets caught in somebody else's crap. And just can't go anywhere. The 50 flips his right front and knocks the right front wheel off, and that's going to be it. That's it for him. You can't fix that in the amount of time we have left. Horrible, horrible luck for Hayden tonight. This round to the front, we'll show you real quick. Right front of that 56. All night, battled his way back up to the front. Just in the closing laps on a restart wreck to get it all taken away from him again. Hayden's been through it tonight. Give him your best wishes, because I wouldn't wish that on anybody. He ran 100 laps just for the same thing to happen on the other side of the car. So, looking at the points now. Hayden will 3 points out behind Greenwell. Obviously, Greenwell can still lose positions. Hayden fell back to 24th. Mel Collins is 5 laps behind Hayden. If we go green on this one and finish the race, Hayden will not lose any more spots. Hayden needs this to go green, and he needs Greenwell to lose 2 spots, or a spot even. He needs Davis Greenwell to lose 1 spot and finish in 10th. And he is obviously going to be sitting right now and just waiting to see how this ends. He got incident DQ. That's from chat. Honestly, brother, I don't... You would have got a few more laps with the meatball, but that car was killed. Davis has to stay in 9th. Or he needs another caution. Because if we get another caution, the 43 will get by the 56. Cause him to lose another 3 points. And that will give Davis 1 spot worth of cushion. Davis Greenwell is literally just fighting to stay where he is. It was he needed to get 2 spots. Now it's just he needs to not lose any. You go green next time by. And we haven't talked about the battle for the lead too much this race, but Wolfbarger, Cooper, Giglio, Rankin even. I mean, those top 4, they've been up here all night. And any one of those guys could take this win. Obviously, Margison on that last restart knocked him back to 6th. First overtime attempt coming up. For all the marbles. Gonna ride on board with the 20 for this restart. Battling with Cliff Mullins. Cliff fighting for that 9th spot. Gets in the wall. Davis kind of washed up the track though. That's going to concede that spot. Hayden's now in by 1 point. And the white flag is in the air. Davis needs to get that spot back. Battle for the lead. Not very close. 3 wide up here. 49 into the 16. Back to Davis Greenwell. What does he do? He's a tenth behind Cliff Mullins. He's going to send it into the corner. Tries to get to the back bumper of the 82. He can't get there. Off turn 4. Garrett Wolfenbarger wins the race. They're battling. Oh, they're wrecking across the line. Davis Greenwell going to finish in 10th. No, 11th. Back to 11th. 2 spots from what he needed to do. Oh my goodness. My heart's pounding for him. That's heartbreaker. I cannot believe that. Garrett Wolfmarker with a good win here tonight. Fast all night. Nick Cooper with the second. Giglio in third. Sonny Holmes with a nice 4th, and Dalton Hayes rounding out that top 5. But what a crazy race for the final 4. Greenwell, he's got too much respect for these guys. I know he wanted desperately to just go in there and clean the 82 out, but Cliff's got nothing to do with this. Cliff came in, got a nice top 10, had a good night, and Davis went in there just for his own benefit and wrecked Cliff when he had nothing to do with it. That would not be great. It's not how he wanted to win it. It's not how anybody wants to win it. But 5 points is the difference. Garrett Wolfenbarger here in the second to last race of season 8. All right, Blake, you asked nicely, so I'm gonna get you in here first, man. Good night for you. Got yourself a 3rd place, easily in that final 4, but not the win you wanted, man. Walk us through your night.
Yeah, it was tough, right? I mean, couldn't really save tires with the yellows, which kind of hurts me a little bit. And then at the end there, it was just kind of, stupid. They really couldn't do much. So whatever. I almost got second at the line. I had a huge run coming off the corner. I wish I could have figured that out a couple laps before. That'd been great. But, overall good night. Won the Dash for Cash, so can't really complain. And $20 richer, I think.
Yeah, nice Dash for Cash win there for you. You kind of cruised to that one here tonight after all was said and done. But, yeah, definitely going to be looking out for you next week. And, yeah, how you feeling about Nashville Final 4?
It depends. Who's all in it? It's probably me, Bradley, right?
Garrett
Me,
Wolfenbarger,
Bradley.
Blake Giglio, Bradley Wilson, and Hayden Lowell.
That's gonna be a that's a stacked one. How did Hayden make it? He wrecked out.
He's in by 5 points. If you want to know how, go back and watch the last 15-20 laps of the broadcast. It was good TV.
All right, well, I'll have to go back and watch that then.
Alrighty, man. Got any shout outs you want to put in there?
Yeah, you for broadcasting, CTC Racing, Loaded Esports, M9 Performance, everyone's on this car. Zach for this horrible paint scheme that I had to run this week. It's really gross, actually. That's why we didn't win, actually. We actually choked, kind of like them. They do all the time, so. I guess it's just one of those things, right? Well, the Giants suck, so that's okay. And, I got to give a shout out to Quinn, for the body work, and Galen's ex-wife again for owning the car. They did a really good job. Just really everyone. Dave for being moral support there for the start. Garrett for keeping me look, his Facebook came up on my page in the middle of the race, so we were talking about that, and he owns a nice bike, so shout out to Garrett and his bike. And yeah, that's all I got for you.
All right, well, thanks for talking to us, Blake. We'll see you next week for the championship.
Thanks.
I'll get a word with our race winner really quick, and then I see Hayden's in there, so we get a word with him in a second. Garrett Wolfenbarger, winner tonight, and in the Final 4. Just a good night for you all around, man. Walk us through it.
Man, that's just awesome night overall. Started off a little not so great. Qualified 16th or something. I was a little worried at the beginning there. I just couldn't really get a nice quality lap in. And after that, the car was just on rails. I don't know. I was just super fast. I got to the front and just played our cards right with the strategy on pit road. And once we got up there, we kind of stayed up there. And I don't know, Bradley and Brantley, and we're fighting there for like 10 laps and kind of let me get out to a big lead. And it's almost like the guys on fresh tires were getting held up a little bit. And as soon as they got past those guys, it kind of evened out. And I stayed up front and led a whole bunch of laps. I think I led the most laps of the race, I'm assuming. I don't know for sure. But once I got in clean air, the thing was awesome. And I wish we could have had a little run there at the end and not had green white checkers, but it is what it is. Still got the win, so I'm happy about it and going to the Final Four next week. So overall, I think tonight went as good as it could get. So I had a blast.
Glad you had fun. I had a good time watching you up there. I can confirm you did lead the most laps. Got to an even 3,700 points and those extra 5. So good night for you. Looking into Nashville next week. What are you thinking for that?
I don't love that track that much. I'll definitely have to do my practice and get in there with Brantley and Bradley and try to get some practice in and see how we could do. I know we raced there. We raced at Xfinity there a few weeks ago, or maybe it was trucks. It was trucks. It was one of those two. I don't race there a lot, so it's kind of it's not one of my favorite tracks. So we're gonna have to definitely practice and get a little better. But it's a toss up. 4 good guys, been great in every one of these leagues all year. So anyone can win it, and I'm just hoping maybe we can get lucky and win this thing.
Absolutely, man. Looking forward to it next week. But for now, got anybody want to shout out for the win?
Showing it to a shine. Mooncar, K Designs, Brantley for making my paints all season. Wall Photography for taking screenshots for me. You for broadcasting all year and doing all your good stuff and running this league and everything. So that's always great. Everyone for coming out and racing, my teammates, and everyone else for watching the stream, and just everyone that goes around the CTC and SRL stuff. So everyone making all this stuff happen. It's been a great season so far, and hopefully we can go get it next week.
All right. I appreciate you talking to us. See you next week for the championship.
Yep. Thanks.
Garrett Wolfenbarger finishing first tonight. Now we'll get a word with Hayden Lowell. Hayden Lowell taking home 24th tonight. Usually I wouldn't talk to somebody that far back, but somehow you make it in the Final Four to race for championship next week. Walk us through your hectic night.
We're calling it official.
According to the unofficial broadcast points right now, which have been not failing me.
Okay, I'm waiting for you to put it in Sim Racer Hub just to double check everything. So I'm not celebrating yet.
Yes, NBC's unofficial results.
But if I did make it, that's pretty cool. I was literally. It's been a rough day. For 500 different reasons. And getting that second meatball and then the subsequent DQ for incident points, I was literally about ready to cry. And just watching the broadcast hoping that Cliff was going to get around Davis, and it worked out. So if I'm racing for a championship next week, that's pretty cool. If not, I put up a hell of a fight, and I'm proud of myself for that in a car that I don't have a lot of experience in. And we'll hopefully, I don't know. We're just gonna put in a bunch of practice laps this week, whether I'm in the Final Four or not, and I'm gonna go to try to get a win.
Official Sim Racer Hub standings before any sort of penalties. I don't think anything's gonna happen. Shows the same thing the broadcast did. So
okay, thank God.
I'm gonna call you officially from the CTC booth. That's your Final Four.
All right, well, we're going to go put in way too many practice laps this week as soon as you get a setup out, and we're going to try to bring home a championship.
Absolutely, man. Well, got anybody want to shout out for the 24th and race for a championship?
Napa Auto Parts, you, Lucas, for putting on the broadcast. Glad you finally got your PC stuff figured out. It's good to see you. I love watching these broadcasts back. Quinn, 712Breaks, putting on this next gen 712 Breaks Cup Series. Everyone for racing hard and clean. Davis, Brantley, Patrick, all of those guys too. Give them a shout out. They certainly put up a hell of a fight tonight, and yeah, just glad I have a chance.
Man, well, I'm excited to see you race for it next week too. We'll see you there.
Thank you very much, Lucas.
Was Hayden Lowell 24th tonight, but gonna be racing for a championship. He sounds defeated, which, you know, understandable. He said he had a rough day and a horrible race. I mean, just everything that could have gone wrong really did for him, and I know how that feels. But does come out still. Luckily, he got enough points over the last 3 weeks before tonight to stay in. So got to thank himself in the past, because he put himself in that spot to be able to finish 24th and still make it in. But let's go over our final results for tonight. Hayden Lowell going to be finishing in 24th, obviously. And then Garrett Wolfberg, I don't know why I said that. I just read it. Kind of running out of energy. All right, Garrett Wolfenbarger taking home the win. Nick Cooper in second. Blake Iglio in third. Ronnie Holmes taking home a fourth. Dalton Hayes with the top 5. Zach Bargeson taking home that 6th spot. Scott Rankin 7th. Trenton Sneed in 8th. Cliff Mullins in 9th. Quinn Newton in that 10th spot. You got Davis Greenwell taking home that 11th, just coming up 5 points short. 2 spots. Lost it to Cliff and Quinn. Heartbreaker, but Davis still ran a phenomenal season, man. Going to be a championship contender next season. I could feel it. Ian Montrose taking home 12th. Patrick O'Keefe 13th. Another one just came up a little bit short. That Phoenix race really hurt his chances. Then DG Swiss taking home 14th. JR Deal 15th. Bradley Wilson in 16th. He'll be another championship driver. Garrett Warren in 17th. Brantley Bryant in 18th. He comes up a little bit short on that bad pit call. Not really bad pit call, just bad timing, bad luck. Same deal as Hayden, really just got caught out by something out of his control. Casey Graves taking home 19th. Nick Leo in 20th. Jonathan Rains 21st. Andrew Beach 22nd. Jesse Jones 23rd. Hayden Lowell 24th. Jamel Collins 25th. Daniel Llewellyn 26th. Brianna Lavin 27th. Kobe Stidham 28th. Zachary Lance 29th. Scott Elston 30th. Alec Kane 31st. Jake Lawrence in 32nd. Jeff Prochatsky in 33rd. Ethan Evers in 34th. Jeff Price 35th. Jeremy Scherer 36th. Kenny Frisbee 37th. And in 38th, Dave Hoytsma. I am losing my voice. I apologize. I am Lucas Hoytsma. Thank you all for joining me tonight. I hope you enjoyed that amazing playoff battle to the end, and make sure to tune in next week for the Championship 4 at Nashville Superspeedway. We'll see you there. Same time on Wednesday. See you next week.